We've been sailing all week out of the club Fraglia Riva, and they've been great hosts, as you'd expect, on this wonderful venue. This Lake Garda's in it for a reason, and we're really happy to be here. So we can see the pre-start jostling here. These we're focused on the boats trying to do a port tack option. In this case, we've got at least 3.
Port tack option means that the boats are heading out to the right side of the course without right of way at the start. They have to give way to the boat starting on the other tack.
We're coming down to the start now. You can tell all the boats are creeping forward. Here we go, and the acceleration is on. The Brits have looked like they've bowed down first, and everyone's off full speed right away. Wonderful image here of the Germans ducking the rest of the fleet. Looks like Sweden's off to a great start. They've gone over, so they've decided that they were over the line early. They've decided to go back and restart. That's Belgium. In the middle of your screen, we can see the Swedish going back.
How long do you anticipate this race to be? I think they're doing 2 laps, and the course is really short.
Well, the time limit or the time target is 8 minutes. We'll see as the Spanish come up here towards our lane boundary. They'll be tacking just momentarily here, and the other guys will have to give them some space to tack. Let's see what happens. And they duck. Okay, so now the Italians next up. This is our young guns. They've had a couple good races.
We see some marks here in the foreground. What does that mean? Is there's sidelines that the boats are not allowed to cross?
Yeah, that's right. We're using a restricted race course in this case so that the action is tighter and we can get our cameras closer. That's the first time this has been done. That's the big innovation that we call theater style. The lane ropes themselves call themselves the theater.
So let's look at the race course from on top. This is how the race has progressed so far. In the lead, the German boat, Müller and Janich. Italian boat in second place. You can see how short the course is. Windmill mark is up here. So in the lead, currently Italians are crossing over to the right side. It's this boat, Rocherieux Tita, and he's going to hit the ley line in a second.
Really tight racing here. You can see everyone stacked up, approaching the windward mark. All out in this far side, away from our cameras.
Yeah, rounding the windward mark now. In the lead,
the Italians.
Leonardo and David.
Well done to them. They've had a good week. What position did they start the race in? Third. So they're the third place team. They're started. And here we got the marked roundings as they come by. Germans in third, Belgium in fourth, France in fifth, Spain in sixth, and then the other German team in seventh, with the Swedes who had to restart in eighth. Our Trentino branded team, that's the region here in Italy where we're all sailing, and these guys have had a couple race wins. They've had a great week. They're in our youth category, so they're happy with how they're doing so far, as you can see the images coming in. This is our leaderboard, as we can see right now. And the guys are just flying downwind. Really tight racing, as we discussed earlier. This is the sideline boundary in the middle, in the foreground, and the guys all had to jibe there, and they come up towards the leeward marks.
So the Italian boat is leading. They came in with a win, and they're leading again. Likewise, the second place boat, the Danish guys came in as second, and they're second now as well.
Dropping already for the leeward marks here. So these guys are, you can see how short the laps are. That's about a 3-minute lap. Nice boat handling there. They did really well. They're now going to the short side of the course, so I don't imagine there'll be many passing lanes from there. What do you think, Marcus?
Well, they're trying to keep it simple. They're trying to avoid maneuvers. So to take the right mark saves you one tack. That's why it will be the favored side to take. And minimizing moves, minimizing maneuvers is surely key for winning these mega short races.
That's right.
Okay, in the tracking I can see that the Danish boat
has tacked to the short side, so they've obviously decided to go.
The Danish boat climbed to second place. Oh no, that's where they were before. Belgian boat climbed to third place. Still a lot of moves there.
There's the Belgian boats just tacking in on the sidelines. Looks like they're maintaining their position so far. This is only a 2-lap race, so as you can see, we'll be finishing just on this end of this next lap.
Quite a comfortable lead for the Italian guys. They're the fastest boat on the race course too. 9.45 knots. All the others are doing slightly below 9.
The Italians, they're in the lead, just making their last tack. That'll be the last time they have to go to the right side of the course, and then they'll be on the starboard ley line, able to round the windward mark. They're in a commanding position of the race here, with the marks just to our left. Really sailing well. Actually, they've extended, it looks like, on the second beat, as we expected, with them going around the go-right gate. Danish had to make one extra tack, but they've come back nicely, so no problems there. As you can see, the tracks in are virtual.
Yep, I'm getting up the leaders.
Here's our Italians rounding this windward mark for the second time. If they can set straight here and pull off one jibe, they should have this race in the bag. They're sailing really nicely. Boom. Kite fills, and they're off. Looks like another well-done maneuver. There's the Danish round in second, and here comes Belgium. They've gained one place up into third. This is a Seiko branded team this week, so they've been looking to move up. They were second coming into today. And in for the final jibe here. Italian team showing a mastery of these conditions, doing really well. And here, really tight battle in the second half. The Swedes just tacked in there. They've moved up from having to re-round at the start all the way back up to 6th position, so they'll be happy to gain a couple places. If they can have a good set here, they should be able to even take the Spanish. Let's see if they try a jibe set and stay aggressive. No, they've straight set, so they'll be trying to follow the Spanish. And the Spanish have accelerated nicely. Not as good a... There they are, the Spanish pulling off their jibe perfectly.
So let's have a look at the race score. In first place, Italian team, Rocherieux, Tita, and Danish team, second place, Mats Emil Stephans, and the Belgians, Yannick Lefebvre, in third. Philipp Müller, German boat, in 4th position, but it's now overtaking. They're overtaking. Let's go to the overhead once more. They're now just overtaking on the last bit. They're overtaking the Belgian boat. And it looks like they just caught up. The third boat crossing the finish line now. The German boat overtook the Belgian boat on the last downwind.
Well done.
So let's look at the overall score.
Last boat's just coming across the finish line there. You can see how tight the action is. That's about 8 minutes, so the target time's right on board.
So what's the score after this first race? The Italians came in as first to this race and won it, so they only have 2 points.
That's the accumulated column, right?
Yeah, on the right side you see the overall. The accumulated is what they came in with, their qualification result, and the sum is on the right side. The one with the lowest points wins, and at the moment it's looking really good for the Italian boat. Danish boat 4 points, surely still a contender to make it into the next round.
It's a hefty lead though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think they have a chance. We have time until 10:30 for this round, so they could do 2 more races.